Don't shoot the messenger, just don't keep your hopes too high. So it has been about 3 days since the release of the official Sonic trailer, in which was universally panned for a multitude of reasons, and the biggest offender in all of this was of course the design of Sonic himself. In which it's very much clear that absolutely no one likes the design that they were going with, and I use the term were, because a few hours ago it has been announced by the director himself through Twitter that they are in fact going to be changing Sonic's design. As everyone in Sega and Paramount are fully aware of the backlash surrounding the design of Sonic, and that they want to tweak the design for Sonic so that it could please more fans. Which I will say that I do have respect for the director and Paramount for listening to backlash and are actually doing something about this. Because nowadays it is rare for Hollywood to listen to the criticism. But at the same time, while it only has a few months left until the film's completion, I think the damage is already done and that the redesign isn't going to be that drastic. Because at this point in time, it is very much near impossible that we'll get anything closer to the original Sonic. And while the tweaks for his final design may be somewhat different, don't expect the changes at hand to be anything too drastic. Like at this point, I'm somewhat expecting them to go back to the drawing board and focus on this original concept art, in which this design for Sonic is somewhat of a middle ground between the one from the video games as well as the one that we saw from the original trailer. And by that I mean this version of Sonic is more chunky like the classic Sonic, while also sporting the more realistic look that is featured in this film. And again, I don't think they're going to do anything too drastic outside of changing the proportions of Sonic's body type, make him shorter and rounder, maybe give him more expressive eyes like how he has in the video games, and maybe even give him the white gloves as well, which is one of the many criticisms that the current design has. Plus, it isn't exactly the first time Paramount had changed the designs of certain characters. One such thing that comes to my mind is of course the original design for Megatron from the first Transformers movie. There was an outrage in relation to Megatron's head, so instead they decided to change him up so that he would look somewhat closer to the original Megatron for the final product. And while this is good news overall and that they are listening to the fans so that they can change the design altogether, the main takeaway in all of this is that I don't want people to expect too much out of this redesign. And as much as we'd all would prefer a more classic design from Sonic, at this point those expectations are unrealistic. But regardless, it is a good thing that both Paramount and Sega are going to be tweaking the final design for Sonic for this movie. So what do you think of the revelations of Sonic getting a redesign for the movie? Do you think this will salvage the Sonic movie some, or do you think that the current design looks good just the way it is, even though that's pretty much bullshit? Comment below and share some thoughts. And as always, thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Take care and have a good one.